Hi, today we're going to do a quick instructional video on identify operations and expressions and equations. So you're going to notice that there's vocabulary to the right. I'm not going to read it all, but that's really good for you to do a review. I'm going to be using the vocab when I do my instruction, okay? So we're going to start with an example. Inverse operations are subtraction and addition. So when you're doing your equations, remember that the opposite or the inverse operation of subtraction is addition, and the inverse or opposite of addition is subtraction. Okay, so we're going to do 3 plus 2 equals 5. This is the add-in, this is the add-in, and this is the sum. Okay? In subtraction, the minuend is subtracted by the subtrahend, which gives you the difference. So we do 5 minus 2 equals 3. So the minuend is the first number, the subtrahend is the second one, and the difference is your solution. And now we have factor times factor. This is multiplication. And to just step back a minute, the inverse operations for multiplication and division. So the inverse or opposite operation for multiplication is division, and the inverse opposite operation for division is multiplication. Okay, we're going to do 2 times 3 equals 6. Also, we need to know if there is a parenthesis that this is assumed to be multiplied together. Okay, or if you see, sometimes you see like two numbers together, these are considered to be multiplied. So this is the factor. The first one is the factor, the second one is the factor, and the 6 is the product. Okay, when you see a 2y, you assume, like here, that these are going to be multiplied. This is the coefficient, and this is the product. So hopefully this doesn't confuse you, but this is the factor, and this is the factor. So factor, factor, product, factor, factor, product, factor, factor. This would be the coefficient, and this would be the variable. Okay? When we do exponents, we just take the base and we multiply it times how many the exponent is. So this is 3 to the second power, so this is 3 times 3, and that is the product. Now the division, let's pull this up a little bit. The division, say if we do 6 divided by 2 equals 3, another way to say it would be 6 divided by 2 equals 3. This is the dividend, this is the divisor, and this is the quotient. This is the dividend, this is the divisor, and this is the quotient. Now, another way I want you to think about it too is 6 divided by 2 is 3. So when you see this set up, know that this is the dividend, this is the divisor, and this is the quotient. Now, when we get a base negative exponent, we are going to divide. We're going to take 1 and divide it, and take whatever the exponent is and multiply it times how many it says, and this will be 19. So this one we don't work with a lot, but I just wanted you to be exposed. And another thing, when you see this here, this slash mark, I didn't put one up here because I didn't want to get too messy, but this also stands for division. Okay, so when you see the slash mark, or this, or this, or this, it means division. Okay? Now, we're going to flip it over, and we're going to list the operations of each. So in this one, we see the plus sign, so we know that's addition. We see the negative, that's subtraction. We see the dot, we know that's multiplication. Okay, now we see here, that's multiplication because it's side by side with the parentheses, so that's multiplication. And addition because of the plus sign. 6 divided by 2 is division. Now this, remember, is 6 division. That's division. This one is subtraction. And you need to remember, whenever it says minus, you have to do in the parentheses first. So this is addition. So we have division, we have subtraction, and we have addition. Division, subtraction, addition. Okay. Now here we have addition and we have division. So we have addition and division. Now this, remember, when you see this, it means multiplication and addition. We see subtraction, we see division, we see addition, and we see multiplication. Okay, so subtraction, division, addition, and multiplication. And this is why it's important you look at everything when you're doing your problems so you know what you're looking for. All right, and this one is multiplication because they're side by side, subtraction, and here is division. This one is just addition. Here they're side by side, so that's multiplication. These are side by side. This is multiplication. And we have division. So when I go back up, I can go 15 plus 35, 12 minus 10, 3 times 2, 3 times 2 plus 1, 6 divided by 2, 6 divided by 2 minus 11 plus 6, 8 plus 10 divided by 9, 5 times 3 plus 7, 8 minus 4 divided by 2 plus 5 times n, 9 times y minus 6 divided by 2, x plus p equals q, p times x equals q, 3 times e equals 12 divided by 2. Okay, so this was just a quick review of all the operations and how they can be shown in an expression. Thanks for listening.